G'day YouTube and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be tackling this Ford Mercury Fire Chief. These were made between 1971 and 74. This one's been sitting around my workbench for a couple of weeks now, as the original stickers I bought I tried to apply as water slide decals, and that didn't end well. She's looking a little rough. We got those Superfast wheels pointing in all sorts of different directions. I'd say this car's been well played with. Best get started then. First up, we'll drill a little pilot hole of 1.5mm drill. Now comes a larger drill bit, just to take the tops off these rivets so we can pull it apart. There we go, managed to get apart without actually breaking anything. Interior looks pretty good, just a little bit grotty. We'll throw that in a tub of soapy water and we'll clean that up without any problems. Right, these Superfast wheels will pop out from under the suspension, and as always they're pretty rough. I actually had to replace one set, as I think someone's dog had chewed on them. Glass is only held in by the interior, which is a good thing really, because I think with that flashing light completely ground off the way it is, it would have certainly smashed the glass if they had riveted it in. I'm just getting in the habit now of filing down and tidying up these posts. Alright, just drilling them out with a 1.5mm drill bit, ready for a 2mm tap. I've got some light oil on the tap, and using a cordless drill probably isn't the proper way of doing this, but if you take your time, go in a little bit and out a little bit and not use too much force. Well, I haven't broken anything yet. And ready to be reassembled when I'm done. And just using this old Chinese takeaway container, put all the bits together so nothing goes walkabout and we don't lose anything. Very lucky this windscreen's still in good nick. And this is easily the most time-consuming part of the whole build. Trying to match the red, it's very difficult, and I didn't get it quite right. But in saying that, I've got another model that's exactly the same, yet it's a slightly different colour as well. So I think close enough's generally good enough. These little tubs I'm using were a great find. I found them at the local $2 shop. They even come with a lid, so I can mix up the paint, snap the lid on it, put it away, and it's good for a couple of days till I'm ready to use it. Now, this is the most exciting part, stripping the paint off the body. So we've got a big thick glass vase, which I have. I pre-warm it so it doesn't shatter when I pour the boiling water on it. Then goes a couple of tablespoons of caustic soda. This method's worked for me pretty well so far, but I must remember not to get complacent, because boiling water caustic soda could end in disaster. So wear gloves, wear glasses, stay well back from it, pre-warm the vase, and hopefully no one will get hurt. Welcome to the sink. I normally dilute the caustic soda down with some hot water before pouring it down the sink, and caustic soda is used to clean the drains, so my drains won't be blocked. Paint on this was proving to be a little resistant, which is unusual. Well, it's not really. I mean, different paints react differently. The last model I did, the caustic soda took the paint off within seconds, so this one needed a second go to get all the paint off. Now look at me go with that wire brush. Obviously sped it up probably 64 times, I think. Just wearing gloves. I really don't want my oily fingers left on the clean model. Paint might not stick to it. Splish splash, everything takes a bath. Those wheels are really in a bad way. I've replaced one set with another model, which is unfortunate because I really don't have spare wheels to use up. I just wish I could get reproduction ones. The interior's in pretty good order. It's not too yellow, and the windscreen isn't cracked. There's a small crack in the rear of it, but I think we'll get away with it. I do apologise for the lousy camera work, but I've got a buffer out on the rotary tool, and I've got some acrylic polish, and I've taken out those scratches on the windscreen. I've used Tamiya's fine primer from the rattle can. Alright, I've rubbed the wheels back with some fine wet and dry. I've given them a buff with the rotary tool, and now I've got the chrome ink pen out, which I've pumped a little bit out, and I've got a fine brush, and I'm putting the chrome back on. Alright, applying some water slide decals, and these ones are actually water slide decals. This is something I haven't done since I was a boy. I used to build plastic models, mainly spaceships. I had a really big Millennium Falcon there at one stage. Wonder where the hell that ended up. Got them on all relatively straight, which is always a bonus. But I did find the ones on the doors didn't stick very well. In fact, one of them nearly blew off when I was applying the clear coat. So next model, I've got some Tamiya Mark Fit, which hopefully that will help them stick, because you can actually see the outline of the backing paper on the decals on the doors as well, which is a little disappointing. It's all just a little bit fiddly, but with the help of a toothpick I managed to get them on pretty straight, and now I've just got a cotton bud, and I'm soaking up all the excess moisture, and then I'll roll the cotton bud over the top to try and squeeze out any air that may be underneath. Check this out, quite often my 9-year-old daughter Alara will be playing with the cars I've got sitting here on the table, She's made these little people for this little matchbox. Alright, now with everything straightened, painted and polished, time to put things back together. This is a brand new flashing light which I managed to get off YouTube. Windscreen come up really well. It does have a big crack, but it's along the top where you can't see it. Just pop that interior in, and then the base. And lastly, we'll put our M2 screws in. It's all together and done. Alright, let's wander back in time a couple of weeks and just have a look with what we started with. This poor old Ford Mercury fire chief. Looking a bit sad, got wheels pointing in the wrong direction, very dull, paint chipped. Flashing light has been completely ground off and the roof is bent. Well played with. And here is the completed project. Excuse the elephant, that's my 9-year-old daughter Alara again. I've got that flashing light on a bit crooked, but I straightened that before I put it in the cabinet. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm well satisfied with the way this has come out. All that base and the chrome on the front is polished up really nicely. I've managed to get the decals on straight. It's probably the best finish of any clear coat I've done. I'm doing several dry coats and then finishing with a wet coat. And I think I'm getting closer in getting a good finish on that now. And into the cabinet she goes. It's been a few weeks in the making, but I think this is one of my better ones yet. I'm starting to get the hang of this. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Give us a like if you like what I'm doing, or give us a dislike. Please comment. No one's commented on any of my videos yet. The Fire Chief has been a lot of fun to put together, and I'm really pleased with how she's come out. Anyway, thanks again, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.